Oh, baby, here we are. Welcome to Sam Roberts Now, the loneliest show on all of the internet. So glad that you could be here with us tonight, because what a show we have for you. And I'm throwing around these pluralized pronouns. Who is this we the world wants to know? Well, this we could only be one person. Of course, I'm talking about the one and only Hot Dog Plaid Boys. Rise,
oh shit!
Oh,
Rise
Plaid
up.
Boys.
Bloods and Crips.
That's right.
Together.
That's right. We're bringing it together. This is the Rainbow Coalition of gangs here on Sam Roberts Now. That's what we're here to do. What a show it's going to be, huh? This is good vibes. This is a very good sign of things.
I know. We did not plan this.
Can you believe that? Sometimes I think we share one mind, except its vast majority is mine. Like, it's like I'm probably 7/8, you know. And
I'm just a little voice in your head, just a little.
That's right.
Like sometimes just kind of swat away. Like,
right. There's a little voice in my head, and I go, no, that'll never work. And that's who you are. Well, welcome to Sam Roberts Now. Appreciate you all being here. I already see. What's that say? Hail Sam. I would agree with that. Hail Sam is right.
Well, let's not get too dangerous.
Hail Sam is right. That's what we're here to do. And if you want to hail me properly, we're going to pass around that collection plate. SuperChats are open. So if you want to contribute to the show or just what do they call that when the Catholics have to give like a percentage of their income to the church?
Taxes?
This is why you're not helpful in my brain. But whatever it is, give it to me. Every super chat will be read here on Sam Roberts Now. And we'll get to it because there's a lot to discuss this afternoon, this evening, this morning, whenever you're watching this. Not the least of which is the fact that maybe people knew this, but it was confirmed to me anyway by the internet this week that two movies, because I was looking around, right? And I forget that summer hasn't really, like, they I feel like for summer movies, they go hard Memorial Day weekend, and they make you think like, okay, it's just bangers nonstop after this weekend. But then they take off June. They go like, we'll give you Indiana Jones. That's what we'll give you. And I go, I don't even know at this point if I've seen all the Indiana Joneses.
There's 4.
That's it?
There's only 4.
They did the original trilogy, the Shia LaBeouf, and that's it?
Yes.
All right. So I didn't see the Shia LaBeouf one, so I have not seen all the Indiana Joneses. Yeah. I'm not seeing this new one either. It is. I'm sure it's great. I'm sure
it's his last stand.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure it's great. That's like people who to this day. That's like how I feel about you. To this day, people are like, "Oh, did you see the second Top Gun?" I saw the first Top Gun. It's fine. I'm sure it's great. It's not an insult. I'm sure it's great. But, you know, I got a lot of stuff going on. So, as we hit July 4th, though, this is where the summer starts to heat up, okay? This is where we really start to separate the men from the boys, as it were. And as it turns out, because we got a Mission Impossible coming out, we got all these movies coming out, right? But the big weekend, I think, they're hoping anyway, is going to be July 21st. On July 21st, we're going head-to-head. Gerwig versus Nolan. We're getting Oppenheimer and Barbie on the same night. The same opening weekend, the same opening day. Barbie and Oppenheimer 1v1. It's everything we wish we were versus who we actually are. Barbie versus Oppenheimer. And this is one of those situations where, you know, they're already predicting who's going to win, who's going to lose, what winning looks like, what winning doesn't look like. They say, I guess both of them have a $100 million budget, right?
Okay.
Yep. And that's not terribly surprising because with Christopher Nolan, he doesn't leave the house unless there's $100 million on the table, right? He goes, remember what? Hey. Remember when the Joker robbed that bank with the school buses? Okay, that's what I do. If you want me to do that, I'll do it. If not, don't call.
But on the flip side, do you remember Tenet?
No, bro, and no one else does either. That's why we're back here to Oppenheimer. They say this is Christopher Nolan's return to cinema. And they go, since Tenet? And they, nope. Nope. Since Batman. Oh, okay. All right. Or whatever the Inception. Inception was amazing.
Then, yeah, classic.
Classic. We go Batman.
Tenet, though?
Well, we don't talk about Tenet too much. That doesn't come up as often. Barbie also, it's not terribly surprising. It's got a $100 million budget. $75 million went into color correction alone, just to make sure all the pinks were as bright as possible and the neon yellows bounced off the screen. No, I mean, I don't know if the $100 million includes the marketing budget or not.
The cast?
I mean, the cast alone, right? But did you see that they legit... Although some of the casting, right, like John Cena's in this Barbie movie. He's got a cameo.
He's in this? I didn't even know he was in this.
Yes, he's got a cameo. He said that he just ran into Margot Robbie. And Margot Robbie's like, I'd love to have you in Barbie. And he's like, I'll do whatever you want. Which I do wonder if they saved money on casting by having Margot Robbie just go up to people. Yeah. Because if Margot Robbie, I think, Hot Dog, went up to either one of us going like, I'd love for you to be in my movie. I go, whatever you want for free. Anything you want for free. She's like, I didn't even offer. Whatever you want for free. I'll give you my life.
Get the movie.
Yeah. Do you want me to leave my family? No.
Yours.
What? No.
Your humble servant.
Yeah. No. We just need a lifeguard for a scene. I'll leave them all. I'll leave the children. No. What? So they could have saved money that way, but they legit bought or rented probably a mansion in the Hollywood Hills and turned it into a life-size Barbie dream house just to get some buzz, just to promote the movie. The
marketing is insane, and has to be more than the movie itself at this point.
You know what I heard? That in order for Oppenheimer to even compete, they're looking right now, they're going to nuke a foreign country. And just to try to say, hey, this is still a big deal. I don't know who it's going to be, but just to be on par, they don't want to lose.
I saw there was a cross promotion and they're going to nuke the Barbie dream house.
That's what I would do, except that would be all of California. You can't just nuke one house, unfortunately. We don't have that quite pinpoint technology yet. The entire industry would be taken out, and that's
call up Obama, see if he can do it.
I think he could. There was an article in Deadline. Okay, this is a trait. I don't know if you guys know about Deadline. It's something industry people read, like myself. Yes.
I am also, I need my glasses here. I am also aware of it.
Oh, so you're pretty industry yourself, I see.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Yes. It says they're estimating there to be a big differential here, okay? They're estimating Barbie to come in between $80 and $100 million opening weekend.
It's double Flash.
And it's double Flash we'll ever make. And they're estimating Oppenheimer to maybe get 50. So they're thinking Barbie could double Ops, which is, but old people don't go to the movie theater, right? Young people go to the movie theater, and young people are going to want to see Barbie. I don't know, but both have a, what?
Young people go to the movie theater. Old people don't. That's not true.
Old people, well, I mean like older people, not like you.
Oh, okay. Well,
Did it hurt?
Slow down.
Okay.
There.
All right.
It's the opposite. Young people just wait for streaming, I feel like. Young people aren't going to movies like that. So it's the old folks who are still in love with cinema.
Bro, I gave my parents a movie gift card for Christmas 10 years ago. The other day, my dad called and said, you got to come and get this gift card from the house. Nobody's using it. Okay? Old people don't leave the house. Okay? They never have. They stopped doing, that's what they do. But both of these movies have a lot on the line. Neither one of them can afford to lose this just because of the headlines, right? It's like Barbie can't bomb because it would be like the joke of the century. Because here's the thing, everybody in this Barbie movie looks totally ridiculous unless they're successful, in which case it's one of these great payoffs, right? But if the movie does terribly and like Ryan Reynolds is dressed up like a Ken doll, it's like, what an idiot this guy is, huh? Everybody will change their tune immediately if the movie doesn't do well. Oppenheimer can't afford to not do well just because we already know what the headline's going to be. Oppenheimer bombs again. And you're like, come on, dude. Why you...
It's easy.
Why? Come on. And Christopher Nolan's sitting there like, did you not get what I was saying? This is a really serious thing. They're like, no, dude, you didn't make any money. Oh, whatever.
There's 10 articles like that already scheduled.
Of course.
In advance.
Of course. And somebody's going to accidentally push publish. Like there's a hot dog working at one of these websites that's going to hit publish instead of schedule. Yeah, I think is an interesting space, though, because you're going to end up in a position where people are going to have to tell you, like, now you have an option. Like, if Barbie was the only movie coming out and your homie was like, hey, let's go see Barbie, it's like, I mean, I guess there's nothing else playing and it could be kind of kitschy. But, like, if you go up to a dude and you're like, what'd you see this weekend? And he goes, Barbie. And you're like, you went to see Barbie instead of, bro, you went to see Barbie instead of Oppenheimer? Like, and I'm going to judge people, I think. I think it does. I mean, it does go back to, like, it's who are you, right? Do you want to deal with the reality of what we live in and who we are and the imperfections of us? Or do you want to go to the dream house? Like, what do you want to do? What do you go to the movies to do on July 21st? What are you there to do? Are you there to just forget about it all? And this is like, do you go to turn your brain off? Or do you go to, like, absorb and appreciate? This is it. There's no turning back after this. This
black and white.
The decision that you make, black and pink, like Bret the Hitman Hart, on July 21st, will, I think, be the one that lives with people forever. Like, that, I know it's how I'll judge people. I go, yeah, but, you know, it'll be like, we'll have 2 years from now, we'll be having a conversation. And it'll go, yeah, but you went to see Barbie instead of Oppenheimer, right? Yeah, okay, well, of course. You know, that'll be one of those things, one of those categories.
How often do you have showdowns like this?
Between Barbie and the guy who created the atomic bomb? It's never happened before.
But I'm thinking, like, you know, like the Kanye, 50 Cent.
That goes back to Kanye and 50 to me. It goes back to, now, do you think that Greta Gerwig and Christopher Nolan are going to set up a fake beef?
They got a couple of weeks to set it up.
They do. I'd be into it.
Go on one of the go on Gutfeld, since everything else is closed, and do one of those you know, handshake deals.
Oh yeah, that's you saying Gutfeld is the new 106 in Park?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. It feels like that to me too.
I was having a discussion with my friends actually last night about this very thing.
About where do you land?
Yeah. Well, I have a crisis because most of my friends are gals, and we were all talking over drinks and going like, and they're like, yeah, let's go watch Barbie together and all this, and then they're just like, oh, which one are you watching? And it's like, I can't. I would want to go have a good time, with the gals and go watch the Barbie movie, but I can't do that to myself because I feel like they will also look down on me, even though they don't admit it.
I mean, that's how you friend zone yourself immediately. And you know what? Some people, I guarantee you, just wait for it. You know what some people are going to say? They're going to go like this. I mean, Oppenheimer's like 3 hours, dude. It's
they said that.
Dude, immediately, whenever anybody comes to me and early in the conversation discusses the length of a film as if it's a positive or a negative, I go, oh, I'm talking to an idiot. Oh, I didn't realize. Oh, I'm talking to an idiot. I'm not talking to a person with a functioning brain. You know how long a movie is? However long it takes to tell the story, right? You can go to a movie and go, man, that could have been a half hour shorter. There's no reason. Like, I'm watching this American Gladiators doc series on Netflix because, of course, that's what I'm spending my time watching. It's like 6 episodes. It's a
risk. It's risky to have a long movie, and people know that.
American Gladiators does not require 6 episodes to tell the story. There's so little happening there that you didn't like. The only thing I took away from it, like, we're already at the second point. By episode 3, it's the second point that they've brought up, and then we realized there was steroid use happening. And I'm like, yeah, it was American Gladiators. Why else are we watching the show? Of course. Doesn't need to be 6 episodes, but that doesn't mean, right? You could go like, well, American Gladiators, that could be a 90-minute documentary easy, and it'd probably be great. But that doesn't mean that you go, well, if it's 6 episodes, I'm not watching. Because that means you're probably dumb.
Well, I mean, that's why Hollywood, though, is afraid of popping out long movies like that, because the mentality is,
they're doing it on July 21st.
In general, that's why, you know, you always hear stories about, we had 30 minutes that we cut out, and then that we had the editor take out?
No. Yeah, you always hear that, and then the director's cut comes out, and they go, "Thank God they cut that 30 minutes out." Whenever you hear somebody going like, "No, my version of this was 3 hours long, but they cut it down to an hour 45," and then you see the director's cut. I mean, what was it? The famous
Snyder?
No. Well, the Snyder cut at least is debated. Apocalypse Now. They come out with Apocalypse Now, and then they go Redux, and they go, "This is what it was supposed to be. There's another 45 minutes in this thing." And you go, "Yeah, no, it was good before. It was perfect." Yeah, no. Sometimes these brains got to come together. They did it. It was great.
That's also going to hurt Oppenheimer, because 3-hour movie versus what? The runtime is 154 for Barbie.
By the way, it's disgusting that we look up runtimes. They got to warn you in advance what the runtime is. It's like, go to the movie. If you have to leave. I don't know. I got to know what I'm getting into first. If you just watch the show, just like enjoy the show. They're going to tell you a story. The story's going to take as long as the story takes to tell. That's what it's going to be.
What if you got children and all of a sudden you don't know if you're paying for 2 hours or 3?
Then you're broke. Okay? Then you shouldn't be going to the movies anyway. First of all, you should be taking your wife out to a nice meal before or after the film anyway. It should be the babysitter's here for the night. We'll square up at the end, okay?
Babysitter's here for an hour 54.
Exactly. We can't go for the trailers. We don't have the babysitter that long. You know what? Wait till it's out on streaming and ask your friend for their password. Because I guarantee you don't have Netflix because they blacked you out after the password sharing went down. Okay.
I got another text from a friend this morning asking what's going on with your Netflix account.
What's going on with your Netflix account? I don't know. It's mine. That's what's going on with it.
But 154 minus 3, they could sneak in maybe like 3 more screenings a day.
It's a third.
So that's gonna hurt when it comes to box office.
No, it will. It will. And of course, Barbie and Oppenheimer's rated R too.
Yes. So it's an easy one.
Right. And in Barbie, there's no way it's rated R, because even if there is nudity, Barbie has no nipples and Ken has no genitals. So what are you going to show?
Still, they're still very hot.
Without nipples?
No, yeah, even without.
What?
Margot Robbie?
Without nipples?
Without nipples, yeah. Still would.
Okay. That's cool, man. You're a dog, hot dog. You
wouldn't?
You are. I don't know. I feel like I'd be real weirded out. I mean, that's a pretty. Not that it's like it's just an essential piece of the puzzle. Like,
not for me.
Okay. All right. You don't need them. Nips or not.
No.
Nips or not. You don't care.
Not if she's already a 10 out of 10. What is that? What are nipples that are like what? 1 point?
So she's a 9 because no nipples.
Yeah.
When she's a 10 but no nipples. That's right. So good luck. Good luck making your choices out there. It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be tough. I'm seeing Oppenheimer. Mine is Oppenheimer. Easy. I want to see. I mean, the stuff this guy had to go through, okay? He's a scientist. He's tasked to do this thing, and then he creates man's ability to render itself extinct. This is an incredible thing. Can you imagine? Like somebody like dedicating your life to science, and then you're the guy. You have to know in your heart, you're the guy that gave man the weapon that could have evaporated itself. You gave man that power. I'm not saying it wouldn't have happened eventually anyway, but I mean, that's an amazing story. And Barbie's got a pink car. So whichever one you want to see. Whichever, I mean, it's
Dreamhouse.
Yeah, and she's got pink house too. Whichever.
I will be doing Oppenheimer, but
I doubt it. I guarantee you, you're gonna. No, I doubt it. You'll see Oppenheimer on Sunday. That's what you're gonna do, because you're a snake and you're a cheat, and you'll try to get around the system, and you'll be in a group text with me and Travis. And you'll say, no, I saw Oppenheimer opening weekend, but you'll see Barbie first because the gals will want to go see it, and you are spineless.
You're reading me pretty well, but I will not break.
Okay. All right. Look, There's a lot going on. It's not just about what's pink. It's also these days it's about what's purple. It's Grimace's birthday, you know. People are celebrating everywhere. It's the Grimace's birthday. Grimace, the beloved McDonald's character. Here he is. I mean, he really looked creepy in the beginning. I mean, and he still doesn't look not creepy now, but the beginning of this, there's been much speculation as to what exactly the Grimace is. In 2021, a McDonald's representative, I think, said that Grimace was a giant taste bud. At one point, he was a milkshake thief. Like he was boys with the Hamburglar, right? The Hamburglar would steal burgers. The Grimace would steal shakes, but then the Grimace had a babyface turn at some point. Nobody really knows. And there's a lot of mystery. But that mystery, I think, has resurfaced as McDonald's, and you know we love fast food here. McDonald's has announced it's Grimace's birthday, so you can get the Grimace meal. You know, they're going away from the Travis Scotts of the world, the Saweeties. Remember Saweetie had a meal? They're going away from that. I think Lil Uzi Vert should get a meal. That's what I think. That's my favorite. Did he? Lil Uzi Vert? I don't remember. Not at McDonald's.
I know that there was another rapper that got one.
Definitely. And Megan Thee Stallion got one at Popeyes. I know that. I don't know that Lil Uzi Vert ever got one, but between bringing Nakamura and Baby Metal to the mainstream, there ain't nothing I wouldn't do for Lil Uzi Vert right now. That's my guy. That's my favorite artist. So the Grimace meal to celebrate Grimace's birthday is you could pick one or the other. You could pick a 10-piece McNuggets, or you could pick a Big Mac. You get fries, and you get this new purple Grimace shake with the whipped cream or whatever that is on top. Purple Grimace shake. And this is very exciting. Now, it has kind of relaunched this campaign of people really digging in to how creepy Grimace is. Before this even came out, there was a lot of anti-Grimace content on the internet. Like
propaganda.
I consider it propaganda. There are many YouTube videos that go the creepy origins of Grimace, and some of them say he was created so that when people get obese and slowly lose their minds from eating too much McDonald's, they'll feel good about it because they remember Grimace. Others say that he was a tool of propaganda for dictators. I mean, it's the things because there
governments.
That's right, because there is so little understanding of what and why Grimace is. People have just invented their own reasons for being.
It's like the Slender Man.
It's exactly like the Slender Man. Like you ask 10 people to explain the Slender Man to you, you'll get 10 different answers. Each of them more terrifying than the last. That's Grimace in a nutshell. So this shake comes out, and as is the trend, of course, when a new fast food product comes out, you know who goes nuts for it, Hot Dog?
I feel like you do.
Well, I love it, but that's privately. In my private life, I enjoy these new foods. The TikTokers. The TikTokers, they love it. When a new fast food comes out, they go, let me try this fast food and TikTok it. That's what they say. Hey, guys, you want to TikTok it? And they go and they do it, and they TikTok it. Now, I can't imagine that with all the social, because all these brands now have social media experts on the field, right? I can't imagine that even with all these experts that they could have realized what the online trend would be with the Grimace shake sampling. Have you seen this?
I've seen some screenshots.
Hey guys, I just got the brand new Grimace shake.
All right.
Shout out to Grimace.
Shout out.
Let's see what the hype is all about.
All right. Taking a drink of the shake. I mean, look, you can't tell Gen Z.
That's funny.
Gen Z is funny. Like, they grew up with the internet. They're funny. You can't tell me that's not funny. She died from drinking a milkshake. Okay,
you
great.
Can't tell me that's not real.
She's dead. She's passed away. Okay, I saw this on TikTok. Something happened after that first sip of the Grimace milkshake, and there was a murder or something, because she has passed away.
Oh my God, Grimace, I'm so sorry. I didn't know.
You think it'll go differently for this guy?
Let's see.
I think so. I think that was a one and done. I think this guy's just gonna have a taste and go, oh, that's great.
Oh, it was your birthday. I didn't mean to disrespect. I got one of your shakes as reparations. Please don't hurt me. We're gonna do a review right now. Ready?
All right.
Oh no.
This is lethal. He was passed away.
Where did he end up?
In a lake. In the side of a lake,
no.
in a riverbank. Something happened with the Grimace shake. Now, there is much speculation as to what's happening here. Some people just go, oh, the Grimace shake is poisoning people. But if that were the case, it doesn't explain the violence to the demises of the people who drink these shakes, or the fact that their corpses are clearly moved to a different location in a lot of instances than where they started. And you realize
more sinister than that.
I think it is more sinister than that. You realize that maybe the reason that McDonald's never said what Grimace was is because Grimace is an entity that follows his shakes. And once you consume them, you're his. And he slaughters you. I think he's slaughtering the people who drink Grimace shakes. Like It Follows. You ever see that movie, It Follows? The sexually transmitted curse?
Yeah.
That's like this, except in a milkshake, and it's Grimace.
Just slowly pacing with
Right,
you.
like I think you drink the milkshake, and then Grimace just starts walking towards you. And you go, what the hell is going on? And your friends don't see it. They're like, what are you on about? Like, what are you talking about? And you just see Grimace, and Grimace grabs you, and sometimes he takes you away, and other times he just slaughters you on the spot.
And you can run for years, but eventually
He'll come.
Grimace is catching up to you.
He's going to get you.
Just got the Grimace shake, man. Stoked, dude.
I also love that they're doing all like the things that TikTokers and Gen Zers get made fun of. What's up, bro? Shout out to blah, blah, blah. Like they're parodying themselves almost just to be like, yeah, we get it. This whole thing is dumb.
Hey, everybody.
What's up, fam? Gonna try the Grimace.
Let's go. Why?
I'm gonna try the Grimace shake from McDonald's.
All right.
Happy birthday, Grimace.
Happy birthday.
Shout out to Grimace. Oh, no. Yeah, there are some of these, which I wish they would go. I guess you can't go back and edit because there's already milkshake everywhere. But on a couple of these, you can hear off camera the person going,
I feel like the Grimace shake makes you commit suicide. It looks like these are like suicidal.
I don't think so because of the violence.
Just got the new Grimace shake.
Look at this guy. See, that's not.
Oh.
That's.
That's not
from
suicide.
McDonald's, and I'm so excited to try it.
Have a sip.
It's really good.
All right.
Happy birthday, Grimace.
Oh my God,
Bro,
that was terrifying.
see?
Okay,
See?
that one was genuinely terrifying.
That's a haunting, okay? That is a haunting and a possession. Spartan says it's not parodying themselves, it's being themselves. I may be giving them too much credit. I don't know. But they are being haunted and possessed and eviscerated.
Yep.
Just got the new Grimace shake. We're gonna give it a try.
See, I mean, that's somebody did that to this poor. Yeah.
That wasn't self-inflicted.
No, look at the cup is crushed. It's all over, and I mean, their head is smashed against the wall. See?
Oh.
All right, we got the new Grimace birthday shit.
Don't. Oh no. That's terrible. He should never have done it. He should never have done it. Now, there was some effort, I guess, to get to the bottom of who actually started this trend. Know Your Meme, which is a website dedicated to people knowing their memes.
It's dedicated to people like me at this point.
Boomers.
Yeah.
Yep. Boomers who
Boomers
who are trying to stay up, which is basically who Sam Roberts Now is for. And who Sam Roberts Now is. Boomers who are trying to stay up. All right?
The TikTokers aren't going to know your meme. They know the meme.
They know.
They made the meme.
They're who Know Your Meme is writing about. Somehow they traced it back to this kid, Austin Frazier. And they say this is the first person to be possessed by the Grimace.
Yo, I just got the new Grimace milkshake from McDonald's. I'm so excited to try this. Happy birthday, Grimace.
So, and look, it would make sense that that's the first one because it's not nearly as sensational as the others, right? Like
it's half-baked.
Well, it's not half-baked if it's the first one.
Could have been. Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like he didn't realize theatrical effects and practical magic was going to be applied to all this stuff. But then, I mean, it has been upped to an insane degree.
All right, we're at McDonald's trying the Grimace shake. Let us know how it is.
Having a sip.
Kind of sucks. Fuck you,
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's hanging by the wrists above a body of water off of a bridge. You understand?
I don't think the shake did that. I mean, he was talking shit about the shake beforehand.
So you think the entity did it, Grimace?
Yeah, but that was just for talking shit about it.
You understand that there's only one. People go like, oh, what's the next one? Now, there's two things that are going to happen here. One, everybody's going to try to do their own version, and they're going to be terrible, right? You're going to see a lot of terrible ones, especially because now it's gone on long enough that, like, you know, going into next week, you'll be fine. But within a week, it'll be people that have no business making, like, virally stunty videos. It'll be like Michael Scott and Dwight Schrute doing parkour, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's over. So there'll be some terrible ones, but also I really hope, because McDonald's responded to this, and I don't know, they did some cute tweet, which is, I guess, what people, you know, what companies do now, right? They did some cute tweet. But realistically, what they need to be doing is figuring out what they're going to say when someone legit dies or is paralyzed trying to do a Grimace video. You understand something's going to go wrong here. Like, there's going to be a horrible accident. And the news is it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be Tide Pods all over again. The Grimace shake is going to be this picture because nobody ever wants to say. There's a thing about the internet where stupid people have attention paid to them and they get dumber somehow. They go like, oh, it must be the products. It's got to be the products. It couldn't be that people should be taught not to eat Tide Pods for attention. The problem must be that Tide Pods look so delicious. That's probably the problem. The problem
Make it look less tasty,
right,
please.
Right. The problem can't be, hey, all these dummies are making Grimace videos. The problem has to be Grimace is too mysterious. You know, like this is clearly on you.
Backstory.
Yeah.
Clear the backstory. Let us know who Grimace actually is before this gets too far.
He's too creepy. What did you expect? Obviously, these kids are going to tie themselves up by their wrists and jump off a bridge. Like, what else is going to happen here? So I do think we're counting down the days before we hear something terrible happen in reference to a attempt at making a Grimace viral video, and you'll hear it on the news. You know what it's going to sound like already. Tonight, a viral trend gone wrong, doing what TikTokers are calling the Grimace Milkshake Challenge. Nobody's calling it that. The Grimace Milkshake Challenge. 2 teens are in the hospital tonight. Our own Katie Vick has the story. Katie.
It was an attempted suicide, Tom.
No, that's not what they'll say. Why would they? No, but you know it's around the corner. It's going to go bad.
I ducked it. I had Grimace come to my office. If you noticed, I think I sent it to you and Travis a couple of weeks ago. Grimace visited, and he had his shakes all out for everyone to take, and I felt it.
Did you try one, or you knew not to?
I did not. No, I took some fries, and I got the hell out of there because Grimace was creeping me out.
You did grab fries, though?
I did grab some fries.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Those weren't tainted.
I mean, you need benefits. If you're going to work at a gig, you need benefits. Yeah. But I bet there were people that work with you that never showed up to work again. I
wouldn't know. Now I'm going to have to look into it.
Don't know. Like, were they cursed by Grimace? No, they're arguing that people should still be working from home. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I knew it was
hybrid.
I knew it was one of the two. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be tracking this though. I will let you guys know when it takes a turn for the worse. Tonight at 11, 2 neighborhood kids who just wanted milkshakes are in the hospital. It's all your fault, Ronald McDonald. What? No, it's not.
Don't you want to get one though? No.
A Grimace shake?
Yeah, I mean, this TikTok stuff is like free advertisement. Now I kind of want one.
Oh, you mean because you've seen all these videos now? You're like, oh, I got to see what all the hype is about.
Yeah,
I gotta see.
Sometimes I feel like
I gotta take
these
a sip of a
TikTok
Grimace
trends-
shake and splash it all over my face.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like these TikTok trends are just like, guerrilla marketing for like these
Look,
corporations.
If McDonald's is smart enough that this is a work and they like did this themselves, then they deserve. I mean, they deserve every penny. If there's an advertising agency that came to McDonald's and they said, "Look, what if we make it look like Grimace is violently possessing and disposing of everyone who drinks a shake, and we'll get a bunch of good-looking kids to put it on TikTok." And McDonald's was like, "Yeah, that sounds like a great idea." If that happened, everybody involved deserves every cent that is made from a Grimace shake, because
That's true.
who would say, "Oh yeah, we'll do that"? They go, "No, I don't know. That sounds like a bad idea," because they're going to end up on the news.
Associated with death.
Yeah. It is smart, though, right? Because it's not like they have to pay everyone to do it. They pay the first 6 people to do it, and then everybody just jumps on and does it for free, not realizing you're getting work, son.
It's genius.
It's genius. It's genius. Congratulations to Grimace. Happy birthday. No beef, Grimace. No beef, Grimace. We're good.
G.
We're good. We're good, Grimace. I'll tell you who's not good. ESPN, I guess they're trying to free up some money for Unc because woof. You know, we love covering our sports media people here on Sam Roberts Now. And, man, did they go through them today? It's looking like they're saying it could be up to 20 on-air personalities that are being cut. You didn't hear about this? HDzo?
No, I did not. As you know, I take my Friday naps.
They go with your Thursday and Wednesday and Tuesday naps.
Yes.
Jeff Van Gundy, Keyshawn Johnson, Jalen Rose.
What?
Max Kellerman.
No.
Gone from ESPN. I mean, millions of dollars worth of hosts getting
People
cut.
loved Max.
Everybody loved Max.
Yeah.
He was on everything. He was the voice of reason. I feel like the new business model for ESPN is like, what if we just have 5 hosts and we give them all the money? Like enough of it, just 5 hosts, and we give them every cent that we've got.
Work them to the bone.
Yeah.
And they got to cover every sport, even if they have no idea what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, back to MMA.
Exactly. They're definitely doing that. You get hot takes, right? He's like, yeah, I'll get hot takes about it. I mean, Stephen A. covering MMA is like me covering basketball. Like, I can go on and just be like, oh, man, this guy's beard is wild, huh, guys? Like, why are you talking about this on ESPN?
You'll let the nerds figure out all the technical basketball stuff, and then you come in with your hot take. Hey, man, that hairline's receding a little bit, I noticed tonight. And then,
is it just me, or is LeBron balding? They're like, like it's not even interesting hot takes. It's hot takes that have been made 1,000 times before. Yeah. So,
wow. I did not know that. That is shocking.
Big news. Obviously, ESPN is reshaping their entire, the way the whole network is going to feel before the fall. And it's led to a lot of speculation, of course. Unfortunately, for our pal Pat McAfee, people are dragging his name into this, going like, now it's him versus them, right? Anybody that loved like Keyshawn Johnson, Jalen Rose, Max Kellerman, they're like, you got rid of those guys for Pat McAfee? And it's like, well, no, that's not how it works. That's not what we already said. No. I mean, they said that they think they're going to make their money back with Pat on day one. That's a lot of money to make in one day, but that's what they say. And they'd already made the call. They said that I guess there was a 3-level layoff situation that happened with ESPN, and this was level 3. It was the on-air host, and they just went through it. And yeah, there are people. Go ahead.
They format it so they have one host take on 3 hours now instead of just one. So
I think, yeah. Yeah, I mean,
you got McAfee take up 3. If you get Unk, he takes up 3. Stephen A takes up 3, and then next thing you know, you got the whole day filled.
here's what the worst thing that ever happened to TV analysts was they televised radio shows. They started putting these radio shows on TV. Who did Fox Sports just hire? Craig Carton. Craig Carton, New York sports legend. Carton and Boomer, Carton and Roberts. You know, Craig Carton, he went to jail. Craig Carton signed a 7-week. Well, he did. Craig Carton. Yeah, he went to jail. He was a gambler. He went to jail. Craig Carton. That's not why he got the gig, I don't think, but he did go to jail. Craig Carton, he signed like a 7-figure deal with Fox Sports because I think you're right, HDzo, for once, that they put like over on the Yes Network all afternoon. They were just like, well, what if we just put Michael Kay, Don LaGreca, and the big homie Peter Rosenberg? They're talking sports for 4 hours a day anyway. Why don't we just put some cameras on those beautiful faces? So that's what they did. Look at Colin Cowherd. Colin Cowherd is just on all day. And it's like, because what are people watching this for? Right? Is it when you put on like sports coverage, sports talk, are you sitting there like you watch, like when you watch a great show, like The Idol, okay? When you watch yeah, I know. When you watch, but when you put on an episode of Black Mirror, you're watching it. You don't have a bunch of stuff going on. You're not in and out the room. You're not going and taking a piss. You're not grabbing a sandwich. You're sitting there while the show's on and taking in every detail. If you're watching sports coverage, you might pick up the phone, you're texting, you're checking Twitter, you're making food, you're whatever. Like, it's just on. You could have it on at your place of work. It could be on at the airport. It's just on. So yeah, the idea that you can just have people who do that professionally. That's what radio people do, right? They realize that radio is passive entertainment. So you don't have to be that polished like a guy who's doing like an hour on TV is. Like, they're not changing the channel. They're leaving you on. So you could just kind of, find your way there, have these longer conversations. And I think people prefer that anyway. That's the way people like to take in conversation. Like, enough with the overly rehearsed, soundbitey, quick segments. Let's hit this story. You give your bite, you give your bite, you give your bite. Nobody's talking to each other. Have you ever watched these chat shows where nobody's talking to each other? There's one person that sets up the topic, and then they go to the 3 people. This person says what they think, this person says what they think, and that person says what they think. Next topic. Blah, blah, blah. And you're like, what? Talk amongst each other. Have a conversation. This isn't how people communicate.
The only time you see that is when Drip Bayless is bashing Shannon. That's the only time there's an actual conversation being had.
And he's way better than you. And you don't want Unk taking his glasses off.
No, that's what made him leave.
Right. Like, you see, like, I mean, so many of these talk shows are formatted so that, like, it's the worst form of conversation. Like, I talk, then I just sit and wait for the sound to stop, and then I talk again. Like, there's no reason to listen to the person next to you. Watch how some of these shows are formatted. That's how they're formatted, that they know the topics in advance, obviously, and I don't have a problem with that, but they just yap with their bit that they worked out in advance, and then they just don't talk. And then the other people talk, and they wait for the next topic to come up so they can say their next soundbite. I think
it's funny when
go ahead.
When you're like, you see like the one person talking, and then the second host is like, as if they're listening.
They're not. They're not listening.
They're just waiting.
Watch how The View does it. The only time The View communicates with each other is when they're at each other's throats. And you know why they're at each other's throats? Because they don't talk to each other. They just sit there. I mean, eventually you're going to get resentful, right? If you're just waiting for your turn to talk, and you're just, this bitch right here won't stop talking. Stop talking. You're looking at the clock. You know the producer's about to throw you to break. You know Whoopi's going to wrap you up. Whoopi loves getting a break on time. You know Whoopi's going to be like, yeah, we got it. We got to go to break. Oh, because Joy wouldn't stop talking, so I didn't get to talk my part. You know, what people don't understand is, but who are you talking to? I mean, I've watched some of these shows. Who are you talking to? It's like that scene in The Truman Show where Truman gets home and he's doing the gardening, and his wife is like got a live read, and she's like, I picked this up at the store. It's easy to use and different from everything else. And he's just like, who are you talking to? Who are you talking to?
Yeah, they're gonna have to give everyone else. I mean, I guess, doesn't this mean they're gonna have to pay talent like Stephen A. Smith even more?
Stephen A's got his contract. Yeah, I bet McAfee would have asked for more if he knew it was all getting freed up, right?
Yeah.
He's like, they're like, we got to pay all these people. We can only pay you this much. JK. I think they're freeing up money for Unc. I think they know they got to back up the Brinks truck. What did I tell you? Remember we were talking about Shannon Sharp, and I said they just paid Pat McAfee all their money. How are they going to bring Shannon Sharp in?
And Shannon's probably going to demand maybe just as much, right?
Well, now that the precedent has been set, nobody wants to be second place.
Right. Yeah.
Especially if it's going to be like, we're going to format it in a way where you're taking on multiple hours a day. Like if they're programming ESPN like a radio station where it's, Stephen A. in the morning, McAfee middays, that's what I call it too, McAfee middays, and Unc in the evening. Unc in the evening.
Working title.
Maybe that's what they're doing. Fox News mixed up their whole lineup. They got Gutfeld on an hour earlier. They moved Laura Ingraham's up to 7 p.m. And they put Jesse
Waters got that push.
Jesse Waters finally getting the push. They've been working. They've been trying to get Jesse Waters as their Roman. They've just been trying to get him over and get him over and get him over. Waiting for except Cena, except Tucker didn't. Here's a problem. Here's the problem. Cena passed the torch to Roman. Tucker didn't pass nothing. Tucker was not ready to pass that torch. Tucker is Bret Hart, okay? Tucker got screwed.
Tucker's going to come back and pull a Austin Theory promo on him.
Yeah. Yes.
I had to come back because they had to pipe up the ratings for you.
Right. Hey, Jesse, I hear them laughing at your show. It's piped in laughter. Yeah. See, that's the problem that Jesse's going to be in. The Tucker people, they're loyal to Tucker, and Tucker said, nah. Like, he can't say those guys are not cool, but he's basically saying those guys are not cool.
I know. I think Jesse is a perfect replacement for Tucker. I think he's like that. Like, he is that same archetype of shitster, news, reporter. Like, he'll say the things like a little
shock
dog
jock.
Whistle.
Shock jock.
Yeah.
Shock
He'll say things with a little dog whistle that people can relate to. It's the same kind of brand. It's not like people were loyal to Tucker when he started. So I think he'll be a fine replacement.
I think Jesse Waters should put on a bow tie. Do the Tucker thing in reverse.
Yeah, well, last time he had a bow tie, he got dunked on by Jon Stewart.
You talking about Tucker?
Yeah, the bow tie has been retired after that.
It did get retired. Speaking of retired from this planet, speaking of shock jocks, can we put one up for Sue Johanson? Do we remember Sue Johanson?
I remember.
You do. Sex Talk with Sue. Sex Talk with Sue Johanson, the Canadian sexpert, has left this plane that we call Earth Thursday. She passed away at only 93 years young. This was a woman who said, right there. See, this is that's a sex aid.
That's a penis.
Well, it's not a real one though. That's important to note. It's not a severed. Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it's not a Bobbitt situation. Sue Johanson viewed sex as a gift from God, she said. And she said, yeah, I like to fuck. I got a fucking problem. And that's another thing that Sue Johanson said late in life. Yes, this Canadian sexpert who was like everybody's grandma, the sweet old lady next door, except she loved talking about getting D. That's what her calling was in life. She started in Toronto in 1984 doing sex questions on the radio. People would call up with sex questions, and she knew the answer to everything. I can only imagine. I don't know that she ever got into her history, but this Sue Johanson must have had a wild time because it seemed, and it wasn't on a leash. It seemed like she had an answer for everything, and she took some wild calls, and she knew exactly what to say every time. This is like Dr. Ruth to the next degree. This is a Dr. Ruth for the 2000s. Dr. Ruth got white.
Nothing shocked there.
I got to imagine that Dr. Ruth saw Sue Johanson. You know, they always say that like Bret Michaels, he saw Nirvana and he realized, oh man, it's over. You know, he saw Nirvana come out and Bret Michaels is in Poison or Vince Neil or whoever. Oh man, it's over. Our era's over because Nirvana's awesome. I would only imagine that Dr. Ruth must have seen Sue Johanson and go like, it's a wrap for me. I'll go on some nostalgia tours, but it's time to let this lady wear the crown. I became acquainted with Sue Johanson. I wish. Trust me, I wish. This is one that nipples or not, I'm in. Because she's got to know a lot of tricks. Sue Johanson, she hosted a sex advice show on Oxygen. Remember the Oxygen channel? It was
Oprah. That's not the Oprah Winfrey channel.
No, Oprah is just the O. The own. Own. The O with Oprah. Own was Oprah. No, the Oxygen. She watching that Oxygen. I'm watching ESPN. Oxygen was the women's channel. And Sue Johanson hosted a show on Oxygen from 2002 all the way to 2008. And I remember, and she was also, so you'd watch her on Oxygen. She was great. It was on like 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. And the stuff that was coming out of her was just wild. And then also early internet, right? Getting it into her. 2002, we were getting there, not quite there yet. But by 2008, when you talk about uploading clips to the internet, this is one of the pioneers of shows that really started to gain traction. Because who doesn't want to share this stuff? Listen to this.
We have a Susie on the line.
See how friendly she is? I want to talk to this. We have a Susie on the line.
It's comforting.
I want to talk to her. I want to Sue, I got a wild problem that I don't feel comfortable talking to anyone about. Can I talk to you about it? She's like, yeah. Tell me about that big D of yours. And I go, I will, Sue. I will.
Hi, Susie.
Hey, Sue.
Hi, you got a question.
Yes, but first I'd like to say that I love your show. I watch it every week.
Oh, thank you.
That's wild, though, to be like, I never miss an episode of Sue Johanson.
Love that sex talk.
How much sex talk do you need? Like, I would be good for a clip here and there. I'm like, okay, I got it. Like, the idea of every single show going like, when people do it on the radio, like Love Lines. Love Lines was a thing. You're like, I'm just gonna listen to sex talk every single night. You're like, I mean, that's a lot.
You'd think it'd be formatted for once a week.
Every night.
Gosh.
I'm like everybody else. I think I'm addicted. But anyway, my question is that my boyfriend is pretty well endowed.
Yes.
And he loves.
Unflappable. Did you see her not get shaken at all?
Mm-hmm.
My boyfriend is pretty well endowed. Tell me more. I want to hear more. I want to hear more about this stallion.
Oral sex. My problem is I can't seem to go down deep enough for him.
What?
And I was wondering how to.
Sue is like, look, like, yeah, this is an easy one. This is a layup, no problem.
This is dirty.
This is wild, dude.
I can't throw my boyfriend.
I can't get down deep enough. And this old lady, Sue Johanson, is like, yeah, we've all been there. Keep in mind, if she died at 93, this was from the Oxygen show. So this is early 2000, 20 years ago. Yeah, it's probably about 20 years ago. So she's in her 70s here. She's in her 70s going like, oh, yeah. No, that's not a problem for me anymore.
I got the answer. You came to the right place.
Yeah. See, if you ask like a lot of women these questions, they'd be like, you just don't do it. Don't even perform on. They just forget it. Sue is like, oh, no. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Aunt Susie's like, you got to oil that sucker up.
Oh, yeah.
To do that, or go deeper to pleasure him more.
Yeah, and actually,
go ahead, Sue.
Go ahead. Don't think
that
you have to take the whole penis into your mouth.
Mm-hmm. Let me show you.
Do you see her just pull that out? Like she pulled out that sex aid from under the desk. Like I can pull out like a hacksaw Jim Duggan. You know what I mean? If you say like, oh, I love wrestling, I'm like, well, here's hacksaw Jim Duggan. That's not going to be a problem for me. That's the life I lead. But I'm not wild like Sue Johanson, where I can go like, Allow me to demonstrate. Oh, I can't do it.
You should. I mean, that's problematic.
Do you think I
don't
should
have a sex?
Do you think I should do sex talk on Sam Roberts now?
Have 5 minutes devoted to it instead of super chats.
Right.
Or maybe you'll get some more super chats.
Maybe get some more super chat. I should just do a sex advice show. What are your qualifications? What are you talking about? I got 2 kids.
I had 2 kids. It's happened twice.
I got 2 kids. That's guaranteed. By the way, you don't know how many other times it's happened, right? I could say as much as I want, and so could you. Evidence is there for 2 kids. And you could tell they're mine. They kind of look like me.
You could like show a picture of this sweet old looking lady and ask 1,000 people in Times Square, what is she going to pull out from underneath that table? And that would be the lot. You will never get that.
How about this? What do you think she's talking about right now? Deep throating would come up 0 out of 0 times.
Baking cookies, maybe.
Right. Anything. Nope, deep throat.
So what you do, you start off with kissing, licking, and sucking, and then you.
See, she knows how to worship that thing, you know? I'd say, isn't that amazing, dude? That like, we've come so far, you know? Like the idea of what we're exposed to is just, there's more and more. It's impossible to shock anyone. But after 20 years, this is still making both of us blush. Like, what is she doing?
Just take the head of the penis in your mouth. Because you see, you've got teeth.
Oh, boy.
Then you've got hard palate. Behind that,
She knows.
You've got soft palate.
She is the throat goat.
And behind that, you've got a gag reflex. So if you think you're going to take that whole thing in your mouth, you're going to throw up.
You don't want that.
That's not fun.
No.
Right. So just take the
Trust me when I tell you. Some guys like it. Other guys get mad. I've seen it all.
I know a friend who threw up on a penis.
What's his name?
No, it was a she.
Cheyenne?
Head in your mouth, okay? And then you drool. And you allow saliva to flow down the shaft of his penis.
The best.
This is the dirtiest porno.
The best. She's the greatest. We really lost a true G here. Watch this one.
On the line. Hi, Bill.
Bill.
Hi, Sue. How are you today?
I'm well, thank you.
The other thing is you couldn't call her and prank her, right? You call her and prank her with like the dirtiest thing. Who you calling, Junior? You're not gonna get me.
Is this a real question?
Love the show. Thanks. Been a long time watcher.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I have a question. Me and my girlfriend, we've been together now for about 2 years, and she said she wanted to get into something more to spice up our relationship, and she's been watching videos lately of partners urinating and/or.
Oh my God!
You hear her go like this? Yeah, yeah. Of course she has. I mean, you didn't even have to tell me. You said spice it up. Where'd you think we were going?
The guy got more of a reaction from me than her.
Nothing. Stone cold, baby. Oh, wouldn't you just love to just sit in a room for hours with her? Like, there's got to be something that'll shock you, or no. She loves this stuff. She thinks it's great. Good for her.
Lives for it. Everyone should be deep throating. She says.
And I just don't know what to think about this. Like, should I get into this or?
How do you feel about it?
Well, I feel a little awkward about it, but like she's done this in a previous relationship, and she really.
How healthy, by the way, is Sue? How do you feel about it? And all the previous relation. Now you're hooked into the caller. Now it's not even. Now you're hooked into the story. Am I right, hot dog? The previous relationship thing.
Let's see where this goes.
Well, I feel a little awkward about it, but like she's done this in a previous relationship, and she really liked it, and she said she wants to keep this going and she wants to try this again, and I just don't know. I mean, is it safe? Like, is everything gonna happen?
Okay, for safety, yes, you're fine.
Go ahead, Bill.
How do I look to you? Do I look healthy? Then let me tell you, it's healthy.
Do it.
A golden shower is when you.
She knows the lingo, hot dog. Nobody said golden shower. Nobody said that.
Nope.
You're fine. A golden shower is when your partner pees on you, and they can pee on your body, or sometimes some people like it when their partner pees on their face.
She was way ahead of you, hot dog. You were joking. You were like, oh, wouldn't it be wild if she says this? She was like, shut up and let me finish. I was gonna say it.
sometimes I like it. People like it.
People, whoever. Me, yeah, yes.
Like in their mouth or
all over? Just peas all over. Women don't have very good aim, you know. So if this is your girlfriend,
You also can hear the Canadian.
That's a good point.
They don't always like. I never realized what like a golden shower request would sound like in Canada. Hey, would you mind dropping trow and maybe urinating on my face? No.
friend peeing on your face, we're not sure where it's going to end up. It can be in your ear or in your eye or in your mouth.
Up your nose.
You don't know.
You ever get your ear pissed in, hot dog?
Not yet.
All right, this is sex talk on Sam Roberts Now.
And then with defecation,
what?
Is feces.
No one brought up defecation.
Who said
That's
anything?
right. That's like 3 other lines.
You don't know. And then with defecation, that is feces, and it is a little messier, but
still fun.
For some people, it is a real turn on.
Oh my God!
So you have to decide what's acceptable to you and what's not.
Yeah, but
Sue doesn't judge.
What she wants to do is when we're having intercourse, she wants me to urinate inside her when we're having intercourse. Is this safe?
That's pretty hard to do. Do you think you could do
I've
that?
tried.
I mean, don't you
This
wish?
girl is for the streets.
She is.
The
fact
wife,
that,
not Susie.
Oh,
the wifey's for the streets.
I don't know. I'd be like, oh, you're a crazy person. That's what you're looking for me to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just love you, Sue. Just the lack of judgment in that woman's character. There is nothing you can say that will make her judge you as a human being.
Also, she brought up defecation not because
nobody's talking about that. Nobody said
like she was. It almost sounded like she was bringing it up as like as an advice.
Well,
like some people are interested in this if this is something you want to go down the road in.
Probably she was saying, look, if she did that in a previous relationship, you got to up the ante a little bit, my friend.
Some people like it.
Yeah. Well, you have some fun finding these clips. We could do a whole show just based on those clips, but I don't want to keep you guys too long. And rest in peace to Sue Johanson. If you've got super chats, if you want to contribute to the show tonight, every super chat guaranteed to be acknowledged. Every super chat will be acknowledged. So if you want to contribute to Sam Roberts Now, also big announcement coming Monday, the next live Notsam Wrestling show. It was a huge success in Los Angeles, California at the world famous Comedy Store. I'll leave it to your imagination where you think the next show might be taking place. But Notsam Wrestling this summer, so soon, coming back to live performance venue. You'll be able to get tickets on Monday when the big announcement comes on the Notsam Wrestling Podcast. Make sure you're subscribed to that YouTube channel as well, youtube.com/NotsamWrestling. It'll be a great place to be after Money in the Bank. The YouTube channel, that is. The live show, obviously. Money in the Bank's tomorrow. The live show won't take place tomorrow. I'm announcing it on Monday. If you'd like to contribute, super chat in. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and watch everything we're posting here at youtube.com/NotSam. Notsam Lehman asks the question on everybody's mind, do we have a new Ultimate Money in the Bank tomorrow? Yes. On Peacock, Ultimate Money in the Bank, it'll be myself, Matt Camp, Ryan Papola, Kaz, and with us, Raquel Rodriguez.
Oh.
Yes, and now we'll be fantasy booking. That's the thing, it's a fantasy booking show. And my job on the show is to book the card. I fantasy booked the whole card. But now, in the last few months, they've been booking superstars to be on the show with us, which means I have to stand in a room and fantasy book these men. It's easy to do with other wrestling dorks next to me. But nobody gives me any credit for the fact that I'm full force, nutso nerdy fantasy booking this show with one of the WWE superstars right there just looking at me. Like telling them how their job would go. And if they were like, well, what makes you think that your ideas are the ideas we should be broadcasting on television? I go, yeah, I'm Sam, I'm, Sam, Sam.
Here's how I would book your career.
That's it. And that's what I do. We usually book them in a match. So I go, yeah, this is what I would have you win or lose and how, and this is what you would do. You'd flex your back, right? And Raquel go, yeah, I guess I would flex my back. Yeah. So yeah, that'll be on Peacock tomorrow. So check that out. Zetar, one of my faves. Happy 4th of July. Yeah, everybody have a great weekend into the next week. Matthew Shea, Oppenheimer is rated R. So obviously Barbie is going to win. Plus, I really don't think Nolan cares about beating Barbie. He's a British guy who doesn't have a cell phone. Matthew, I'm going to tell you something. Whether Christopher Nolan has a cell phone or not, anybody that makes $100 million movies for a living pays attention to the box office returns. That's the thing that's happening. Okay? I promise you, Christopher Nolan wants his movie to make money. Because this weird thing happens. When your movie doesn't make money, and your job is to make movies that cost a lot of money, studios don't like giving you a lot of money anymore. So
you think the movie just premieres next weekend? Oh, not whatever weekend, and
he's like
entire week he's just chilling on the beach somewhere. Like,
Post and Ghost, baby, Post and Ghost. Yeah. I'm out.
Hey, Christopher, did you see how much money your movie made?
No idea. I don't have. You know why? I don't have a phone. I don't know.
That's cool.
Hot Dog, drop the social media ats. Where can they find Javi Silva writes that. Hot Dog.
At Shea Marte. I changed it to something that was a lot easier to follow now.
How do you spell that?
CHAMARTE.
That's Cha Marte.
Not CHAY.
You said it so confidently too. CHAMA. Cha Marte. It's
Cha Marte. I'll change it again.
I'll retweet you on something.
Thank you.
Six Crow, appreciate the contribution. You're the man. B Herb 76, F Mary Kill, Grimace, the Hamburglar, or Hot Dog.
3 mascots.
3 mascots for sure. I'm gonna marry the Hamburglar, obviously, because we get lifetime supply of food. You see, the Hamburglar would just be bringing burgers home every night.
Well, yeah.
That's all he does. He's just bringing.
He'll end up in prison,
and then he'll end up in jail anyway. So I'll be like able to do whatever I want, and he'll probably give me burgers to spare. So that's Mary. I mean,
okay.
Obviously, you don't know what gender Grimace is. But I'd be willing to roll the dice. I'd throw Grimace an F. And who was the oof?
What? No, Grimace is a he, him.
Don't know that. Don't know that for sure.
You don't know that. You don't know that for sure for me.
That's a good point, but I'm sorry. Unfortunately, it looks like Kill is Hot Dog. That stinks. Sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to do that.
Again, I don't know why I'm vouching for any of the other options, but I'll take it. I'll take it.
PHWOFL says, Sam, please move back to the old time slot. I'm in the Midwest. I stopped working to watch. I can't do this every week. Dude, it's Friday. Do it every week. Every week. When you mean old time slot, do you mean 6 p.m. or 10?
Or 11.
Yeah, 10:30.
No, it was 10. It was
10:30,
yeah.
I think it was. No, it was 10:30 because I had to give myself a little buffer after SmackDown. Look, dude.
Yeah.
Number one, I can't be doing the show overnight. And I can't do the late nights because no matter, then 10:30, we're not done till midnight. I'm not in bed till 1. And then at 7 o'clock, the kids are like, let's go. And I'm like, all right, here we go. Can't do that.
See, next thing you know, Sam's going to be like, happy, lonely Friday noon.
Well, I'm following the numbers, bro. I'm following the numbers. I'm going to trust the science on this one, okay? You know me. I change the way I do. That's why this show doesn't catch fire. I change how I do it every 3 months. It makes no sense. But, bro.
Imagine a TV show that was just like, in the new time slot every 2 weeks.
Yeah, last week I had to do it because I had to go out. And then this week I was like, let's just do that again. Pinky Schultz. Oh, rabid racist Kumia lost his voice. I'm so happy. All right, Pinky. John McGrath. Sid Justice should have beat Hogan for the title in 92. Well, Well, here's the thing. If it had gone the way it was supposed to go, I disagree. I mean, they really... Well, first, so you're saying Hogan doesn't lose the... Does Hogan win the Royal Rumble then and get his title back? Or does he never lose the title to The Undertaker at Tuesday in Texas? Because Hogan wasn't the champion at WrestleMania in 92. Macho Man won the title from Ric Flair. And I think they were trying to hedge their bets by doing by trying to elevate Sid, Warrior, Shango, Macho Man, and Flair all at the same time because they knew Hogan was going. But Sid was gone real quick after WrestleMania. He was gone by SummerSlam 92. So I don't see how that would have worked out at all. That seems actually like a terrible idea. Poodlerific. Dr. Ruth walked so Sue Johanson could run. Right to talking about effing to the millennials. And I stand.
Sawkin.
Yeah. She was one for the millennials. The millennials were like, that's how we learned. I didn't know how to deep throat. You know? Uncle Jolly Roger. I feel like Blob More Chairs is going to clip. So I don't. That's why now I'm like self-conscious about. I don't want to get clipped.
That was a good line. Did you learn that?
I just did. Sue just told us how to do it.
See?
You already knew?
No. That was informative. It was a very informative episode.
Uncle Jolly Roger. How about sending Saraya to the Bennington show? Gets her door in the door. You paid $5. I'm going to read it as you wrote it. Gets your door in the door, and they still need someone to fill Vito's giant shoes. Yeah, I mean, we're not Saraya's keeper. I would imagine if there was a...
Saraya's a Jim and Sam exclusive.
No, it's not a thing. Like, I would imagine if there was an open position, she would have applied for it. And with her skill set, she would have gotten... She's not your protege.
I introduced her to my friends as my protege.
She's your hot dog?
Yes, she is.
I hope this isn't like a multiplicity situation, like a copy of a copy of a copy that keeps degenerating.
No. This one's way up.
Okay.
So I'm claiming it.
That's smart. That's not. Yeah. That wasn't my strategy.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Townsend. Happy Canada Day to all the Canadians and happy 4th of July to all the Americans. What a good guy you are, dude. And maybe it's because you lost such a Canadian icon today. Good for you. I appreciate all y'all tuning in. It's been fun. It always is. Subscribe to the channel. We'll see you soon. You got 5 styluses. You might as well use them. I'm going to cheers with you later.